Hello, my name is Dr. Philip McCarthy. I am a professor of oncology and internal medicine at Roswell Park Cancer Institute in Buffalo, New York. And I'm here to discuss an update of the CALGB Now Alliance 100-104 trial. This trial looked at the use of lenalidomide maintenance versus placebo for patients undergoing first autologous stem cell transplant after primary induction therapy. The study was originally presented in 2012 when the primary endpoint had been met, progression-free survival, and we were able to demonstrate that lenalidomide maintenance improved progression-free survival after autologous stem cell transplant when compared to placebo. It was then later updated in abstract form and now has a paper in submission that's looking at both the PFS and also the overall survival benefit. When we first presented the study, we also showed an overall survival benefit, which was a little bit different from the French IFM 0502, which did not see an overall survival benefit at the time, but did see a PFS benefit. One other complicating factor when the study results were released in December of 2009 was that there was a crossover allowed for patients who had not had progressive disease and who were receiving placebo therapy. And the majority of patients who had not progressed were allowed to receive lenalidomide, and so this made it a little bit more complicated because all previous presentations had been based on intent to treat. So it was actually biasing the placebo arm because you now had patients receiving lenalidomide maintenance, again, before progression. So this study today tries to account for the fact that there had been a crossover. And there's two different ways of doing it. They're relatively complicated statistical models. Rank preserving structural failure time model is one, and iterative parameter estimation. And both of these try and figure out what would have happened if there had been not a crossover. And so what this shows is that there's still a progression-free survival and an overall survival benefit for the use of lenalidomide maintenance. And indeed, it's actually strengthened because we now are accounting for the fact that the crossover patients who actually receive lenalidomide are adjusted for. So again, this reassures us that this effect is real. If anything, it strengthens it. And it means that lenalidomide maintenance, which was just recently approved as an indication by the FDA, is now a gold standard for patients after autologous stem cell transplant for multiple myeloma.